I got a problem with early access. I mean, there's a lot of games that abuse the system personally. I mean, look at War Z. You know, it's been in development supposedly since like 2012, and they haven't released an update in like a year and a half. I have a problem with that. I mean, I paid my money for this game, and you guys don't bother to complete it. DayZ, I had to buy DayZ twice. It's still not done yet, and I understand they moved engines and stuff, but it was supposed to come out in like 2000, late 2012. That was a long time ago. Stomping Lands, I've heard there's a lot of buggy games that have been released because of early access, and really what it is just developers trying to get money, release a really crappy game that's not even half finished, and just try to bank and make money off of it. And it's stupid because it fools a lot of customers that would normally, play these games to death until, they're bored of it. It's really stupid, honestly. It's it's been happening a lot. There's a lot of games that do early access. It's a problem, you know. Early access is not it's not very good. And it honestly, Valve needs to have some sort of monitoring system and policing system of making sure crappy games don't end up on Steam, for people to buy, because people will buy games that they don't know a lot about just because the idea seems interesting. And you end up with a game that is crappy, and it's not good for the community, it's not good for people's wallets, it's not good for anyone. Really accepted developers because they're making money off of it. Now there are exceptions to early access. Just look at ArcAge. It costs $150 to get an alpha, but the game is already finished in Korea, and it's just being localized to English and other languages. That's not bad, you know. And there's early access for like uh, EverQuest Landmark. That's not bad. That game's going to be completed because it's being created by a AAA studio. So there's situations where it works, and so it's not bad everywhere. It's just a majority of the early access titles that I've seen, DayZ, War Z being two examples, it's kind of a problem. DayZ is essentially right now in standalone or the mod version. It's a broken game being sold to consumers, and I have a problem with it. I own DayZ, I own the mod, I own standalone, I own War Z. I own a lot of early access games that, don't go well, and it's kind of annoying, personally. And I think, they should finish the game, then release it, and, that'll be that. But a lot of developers choose to do this option because it'll get them early money that, for example, like War Z, the developers have completely moved on to a different project. War Z is still in its foundation release stage, which is just some term that the developers made up for some reason, and they've moved on to a different project. What about us War Z players that want the game to come out? I don't play War Z. I quit about 2 years ago, but there's still kind of a problem here of when the game's gonna be finished, because you were essentially paying an early ticket to get in, but what ended up happening is that they just left the game and moved on to something else, which looks like a Titanfall ripoff, but again, I could be wrong. Anyways, this is just a short little rant on, Steam early access. I'm going to be making more of these videos. Hopefully they're longer, better quality, etc. But this is sort of a first attempt at it. Tell me how I did in the comments, guys. If you want any other videos, requests, whatever it is, put it in the comments below. Like, rate, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.